Dylan. Dylan!
What?
Guess what happened this weekend? Last week.
/ 2 days ago?
Yeah. Guess what happened?
What happened, Jason?
The NFL draft!
Whoa!
Oh, and that's what we're talking about today. So, what we got on the list? Like, what team?
Welcome to the On the Move podcast.
Oh, yeah, the intro.
That's Jason.
Hi.
I'm Dylan.
Half asleep tonight.
Thanks for listening. Well, thank you for clicking on and proceeding to listen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
the draft.
a shorter one today.
Yes.
Just NFL draft. So if you're not in the NFL, go watch last week's.
I'm sorry, but you're lame.
Just go rewatch last week's.
Yeah.
Or wait till next week.
Or that. Or both. You can do both if you really want to.
Right. So
what are we covering, Dylan? Like
NFL draft. We're gonna go over the first round entirely.
Yes.
We're gonna go over. So the NFL draft is finished. It's over.
Yeah.
Right.
Today is Saturday.
Today is
Saturday night.
And the NFL draft is completed.
Yes.
All the selections have been made.
Yes.
All of the undrafted college students have been selected by teams. Oh, nice phone, Jason.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Forgot to turn off my ringer.
Unprofessional.
Should just go.
Yeah. So.
Break my phone now.
Yes. Now, first round. Number 1 overall.
Who's
Trevor Lawrence.
No way. I don't believe you.
Know, right?
I totally wasn't
Crazy.
there watching this draft.
Number 2 overall.
Who? I bet Kellen Mond.
It was Kyle Trask.
No way.
Zach Wilson, 2 overall.
Those were like the least surprising.
So now the draft starts at number 3 overall.
So this is where the night first got interesting.
This is when the actual draft started because we kind of already knew number 1 and 2 overall.
Yep.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence
1, and then Zach Wilson was going to go 2.
Yeah, I mean Trevor Lawrence was given like the entire he was given the plays.
Yeah.
He was given like
a week in advance.
Exactly.
He's like, I wonder who
he was studying to be on the team that had yet to pick him.
Yeah.
So everyone knew he was going number 1. Zach Wilson was pretty unanimous number 2.
Well, this is where a lot of speculation came in. It was
number 3 was either
Mac Jones
or Trey Lance.
Yes.
A lot of people, including the Niners and insiders and leakers and whatever, said it was like 70-80% Mac Jones, 20% Trey Lance.
Yeah.
And so they took Trey Lance.
I'm happy they went with Trey Lance. I think that's a much better pick for him.
I think this is the best spot for Trey Lance.
Yep.
I think
that O-line is stacked. That defense is ready.
Yeah.
The team is still incredibly young.
And he's not pressured to start. He's got Jimmy G. You see that Jimmy Garoppolo was the first person to call him?
Really?
After he was drafted? It just really shows Jimmy Garoppolo's
He's
class.
Just a good teammate.
He's just... Man.
Jimmy G.
I'd break up with my girlfriend to be with Jimmy G.
I wouldn't go that far. He's kind of old, don't you think?
Nah.
How old is he?
20s.
Late 20s, I'd imagine.
All right.
He looks old.
Number 4. This is where things got dicey. They could have gone quarterback.
They went Kyle Pitts.
They could have gone defensive player.
They went Kyle Pitts.
They went Kyle Pitts.
They went for what people are debating is the number 1 overall.
This is
best player. Yes,
this is a lot of people's number 1 graded player in the entire draft. The most generational talent-y player.
Because if it wasn't for all the quarterback needy teams,
he probably would be the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
If quarterbacks didn't exist as a position, and everyone had
a good
Matt Ryan as their quarterback, then Kyle Pitts would be number 1 alone. So it's in this hypothetical world.
Yeah.
It was either him or Penei Sewell. You know what I mean? Those were the 2 best athletes, the most
overall
closest to being projected Hall of Famer.
The most bang for your buck.
And we'll get to Penei Sewell later.
Yes, we will.
So I'll save my comment till then.
Yeah, we're not too far away from
Number 5 overall.
Who was number 5?
Jamar Chase, wide receiver.
That's right.
Reuniting with Joe Burrow at LSU.
They should have gone O-line.
You think they should have gone O-line?
They definitely should have gone O-line.
Well, I think it was a decent snag.
Don't get me wrong, he's a good wide receiver, but like...
I want to see if they got an O-line.
It doesn't help if Joe Burrow is dead on the ground again.
They got a tackle in the second round.
No, that's good. That's good.
They had 78 overall, 75 grade, you know. According to ESPN, which is, I mean, like, it's respectable. It's not the best, but he's probably a top...
It's something to go off of
15
right now.
tackle. It's his position rank 4, but I very highly doubt he's position rank 4.
Right.
Because I've never heard of him.
Got him.
So,
Dylan hasn't heard of you. You're probably trash.
I mean, I watch a lot of... I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of content.
Yes.
People like Brett Coleman. I watched a lot of... just read articles and...
All that good stuff.
Brett Coleman was the main one, but like... Just a lot of content creators and people that are genuinely pretty...
Spot on.
Trustworthy. And I've never heard of that guy, so...
Got him.
Cincinnati, they got Jamar Chase.
Who's up next?
They got another... So they got a couple offensive linemen.
That's good.
They got one in the second round, though.
That's
so
good.
that's... I mean, the big debate that I saw online was, does Cincinnati go Jamar Chase at number 1, or in the number 1 pick, or the first round pick, and then tackle in the second?
That's what they did.
Or do they go tackle in the first and grab wide receiver in the second? And I think the biggest argument was that the distance between the talent of wide receivers in the first
and wide receivers
versus wide receivers in the second, and the tackles in the first and the tackles in the second, the wide receiver gap was way, way, way bigger than the tackle gap because there's a lot of really good offensive linemen in this class.
Right.
So, by all means, there's a lot of good receivers in this class. Like, this is a very, very stacked draft class for everything, like, but maybe some defensive players mostly. Some, like, D tackles and just defensive linemen in general. It's definitely not the strong suit in this class. But tackles, wide receivers, quarterbacks, corners, safeties, linebackers, stacked. So, I think it was a good pick.
Yeah.
You could debate that if you want, but
yeah, okay, let's move on.
I liked it. Number 6, Jaylen Waddle, the
Dolphins. That's a good pick.
I like it.
They needed to go wide receiver.
They needed a number 1, a true like separator wide receiver, someone that can get open, someone that could provide a outside threat besides Devonta Parker, who's just a big jump ball guy.
Someone who could distract like the number 1 corner.
Yeah, someone who could take the heat off of someone like Devonta Parker and Preston Williams and Mike Gesicki.
Yeah, Gesicki.
And I think this also kind of doubles down on Tua.
Yep.
You're very confident in Tua since they didn't go quarterback here. They could have gone Justin Fields. They could have gone Mac Jones, but they didn't. And they gave Tua another reason to succeed.
Right.
In Jaylen Waddle. So, Penei Sewell falls all the way to 7. I think this is a steal.
This is a great pick by the Lions.
They didn't do anything.
They could have gone quarterback.
They could have gone QB.
But I think you'd rather have a foundation ready for your rookie quarterback.
Exactly. I don't think Jared Goff is the quarterback they're planning on rebuilding around, obviously.
I don't believe you.
But I think it's really, really, really important to like solidify that tackle position, and I think this is like one of the best tackles we've seen in a long, long time.
Good pick for the Lions.
I think I saw something like athletically he scored like really, really high, like historically high for the tackle position.
Dang.
Like he's fast, strong. He's
everything.
He's athletic, man. So he's crazy. He's a monster.
Could put Mac on him. He won't stand a chance.
We'll see. Number 8, Panthers.
Oh, that's right. They went
J.C. Horn.
Quarterback, right? Cornerback.
Corner.
Yeah, corner.
I like to pick a lot. J.C. Horn is probably my number 1 corner in the draft.
Right.
Because he had so much... He has such a, like, vast resume. He locked down so many like top receiving options in this draft, including guys like Devonta Smith and Kyle Pitts and a little bit of Jaylen Waddle, a little bit of Jamar Chase. Like he had a lot of.
He locked down all the big names,
and not like lockdown, because they definitely got yards and they got catches out of him. But he was he did really really well.
Yeah.
So I think that was a really good pick. They had a lot of needs. I think the Panthers did. But this isn't a bad pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
It should have been someone on the offense, like a tackle or maybe a receiver. With the first two receivers gone, I don't blame them for taking that.
Yeah.
I think this is where the draft gets like interesting. Or it's already gotten interesting, but like this is where it kind of throws me off.
Yeah.
At number 9, Broncos take Patrick Surtain, the corner. Another corner.
I
think they should. I mean, it's great to have depth, and he's definitely like either cornerback 1 or cornerback 2 with Kyle Fuller and him.
Yo.
Bryce Callahan in the slot. I think that's like no-fly zone 2.0.
Yep. That defense is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that's a really good defense now.
Especially with Vic Fangio.
That's leveled up. That's gone clear.
Yeah.
That defense.
Good thing you got Drew Lock on the other side of the ball.
That's where you sit. Are they going to try and get someone like Deshaun Watson once he clears his name? Are they going to get someone like Rodgers if he ends up leaving or gets traded, which I don't think he'll ever get traded, but
be pretty cool.
That's another day.
I think he should be Jeopardy host full-time.
Full-time Jeopardy host. He was really good at it.
Yeah. Retire as a Packer. Be Jeopardy host.
There you go.
Start Jordan Love. Lose the division. That sounds like the goal.
Oh, man. I don't even want to talk about that. Bottom line is, I think that the Broncos should have gone quarterback here.
Because someone's still on the board.
There's someone
really cool.
There's someone really, really cool.
Yeah.
Who's currently at Hallis Hall. That's on the board.
We'll get him. We'll get to him.
At number 10, the Eagles traded up.
That's right. They got
with Dallas, and they got
wide receiver
Devonta Smith.
Yep.
This scared me a lot on draft night. I really thought they were going Justin Fields.
No,
because
they had Hurts. He played pretty well last year.
He played okay, but they don't have confidence in him. Like,
but then if they didn't have confidence in him, why didn't they draft him? Fields or Mac Jones?
I don't know, but they went with another wide receiver in the first round.
I'm like,
they love their small, shifty wide receivers. So Devonta Smith to the Eagles. I think it's a good pick if you believe in Justin Hurts, but I think with what's still on the table,
it could have done better.
It's interesting. At number 11 overall.
Oh, this is my favorite pick of the night.
Trade up. From 20th overall, we traded with the Giants.
Oh.
It's Justin Fields to the Bears.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, now.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was crazy. We went nuts.
Oh, my God. I still can't believe he's a Bear.
An excellent move by Pace.
This is one of the best picks of the night.
I think this might be like one of the best picks in the first round. Some really, really good ones are coming up, but this is like an insane
Justin
pick.
Fields he could be an insane quarterback in the league.
Like,
a lot of people are comparing him to Wilson.
Really?
I don't know. That's what I've seen on Twitter. People are
I don't really know what he compares to. He seems like a very college-y quarterback. He's really athletic. He's got a good arm. He's got some flaws here and there with some footwork, but other than that...
But he can work on that stuff.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, he's got time to sit and wait and learn.
Behind Andy Dalton.
Behind Andy Dalton and Nick Foles.
Someone mentioned that he'll never live up to the MVP.
The MVP. Is there ever going to be a Nickelodeon game?
How will he?
Will Trubisky be 1 of 1 for MVP? So yeah, Justin Fields of the Bears. I'm excited.
Oh my God, this turned around my season.
I'm thrilled, and with what we got in this draft class as a whole, I feel so much better heading into this next season. I still think we're gonna suck.
Yeah,
but I feel a lot better about I feel way better about 2-3 years in the future.
Yep.
Justin Fields, the Bears, right?
Yep.
Number 12, Cowboys.
How'd they go again?
Micah Parsons, linebacker. This was a very weird pick. if you ask me.
Did they really need it?
They needed someone that could stop the run, which Micah Parsons can do. He does that pretty well. That's probably the best thing he did in college. But I mean, you got Leighton Vander Esch, you got Jaylen Smith, you got a couple stud linebackers there. I think secondary or trade back in this
That's
spot.
true. Their secondary sucked last year.
Exactly. And with the top 2 corners off the board, I mean, you could have gone someone like Greg Newsome. You could have gone like Caleb Farley if you really wanted to go that high, but you could always have traded back.
Yeah.
So it was a very weird pick. I mean,
I don't think too many Cowboy fans are happy about that one.
Yeah. I hear rumors that they want to trade Leighton Vander Esch as well. So we'll see how that happens. We'll see how it plays out. It's just like, it feels like Jaylen Smith 2.0. He's just a really, really athletic guy. Not as injury issue fell in the draft as Jaylen Smith, but just like a really raw athlete that needed some coaching in a couple of years to get good.
Yep.
And Jaylen Smith, by all means, isn't like a great linebacker, but he's really, really like
good.
He's got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't love the pick though. 13, another steal, if you ask me. Rashawn Slater to the Chargers. A lot of people had him going a lot earlier, but we just saw a lot of skill positions and corners.
Up that O-line even more.
The Chargers have a very scary O-line.
That's gonna be.
I think they have one of like the best O-lines. If everyone like synchronizes well over the offseason, they could have one of the best O-lines in the league.
They're gonna be up there with like the Chiefs and the Packers.
The Chiefs aren't even like that crazy right now. I mean, they did well to replace their O-lineman that they lost.
Do you think it's an upgrade or a downgrade?
The Chiefs?
Yeah, or do you think
about downgrade?
Or do you think it's about the same?
It's pretty neutral. It's cheaper.
Which is what they needed.
With the Mahomes contract really starting to like get into the high digits right now. These next few years are going to be like really high, so they're going to have to compensate somewhere, which is what we see now with the line. It's not better. I don't think it's better by any means, but they could have done a lot worse. So it's fair. I'll say it's fair. Rashawn Slater at 13 is a steal. He was debatably like tackle number 1 with Penei Sewell for a really long time, but
Penei Sewell rose.
Penei Sewell ended up going number 7. So yeah, no one went tackle until the Chargers. So he just fell, and it was really surprising. Jets traded up at 14 with the Vikings. They got Elijah Vera Tucker. Good pick. I like the pick for the Jets. Beef up that O-line for Zach Wilson for the run game, for all of that. It's not bad. He'll pair up nicely with Mekhi Becton, the tackle they got last year, I think. It should be fun. 15, Patriots.
Oh, Mac Jones. That's right. That's a good fit for him.
Yeah. I mean, I think if anybody's going to like get the best out of him, it'll probably be the Patriots.
Belichick.
With Belichick and the system quarterback that Mac Jones is, another system coach. So, we'll see. Again, you got Cam Newton there as well. Mm-hmm. So
there's no hurry.
He doesn't have to start right now.
I think someone said that Cam is starting this season.
Cam will probably start.
He's playing most of the season.
So, we'll see. We'll see. But honestly, everyone had Mac Jones going to the Patriots, unless the Patriots traded up and got Justin Fields.
Losers.
Which they didn't. I was so scared. I was so scared they were going to the whole time. I was like, oh no, I'm going to see traded.
Bears got him.
I'm like, oh no, I'm going to see traded Patriots. No!
Bears!
Cardinals next. They got Zaven Collins, a linebacker. Really good scheme fit for them, I've heard. Just a good pick. I mean, it's the linebacker that they liked. It's not the number 1 linebacker in the class, but it's what they needed and was what they see fit. So, good pick by them.
They already got enough stuff on that offense.
Yeah, I mean, it had to be someone on defense, and so if that's the guy that they liked, and he wasn't gonna fall till the second round, it's the guy they picked, you know. Halfway through now, 17, Raiders took Alex Leatherwood, a tackle.
I heard this wasn't a good pick.
This was not a great pick. They could have got him in the second round, I think. Or they could have traded up in the second round or back into the first, whatever. He really didn't need to go 17 overall.
There were just better options.
There were a lot better options at tackle, like someone we got later. And really, there's Christian Darrisaw still on the board as well.
Yeah.
Who was like everyone's tackle number 3, pretty much. Kind of mixy-matchy with Jaylen or with Tevin Jenkins, depending on what your team needed. But this is a reach. But it's a very Raiders move to reach.
I mean, if it works out, that's good.
If it works out, it works out. Remember last year they got Damon Arnett in the first round, late first round, and everyone was like, "That's like a third round pick." But if it's the guy you like, it's it's very John Gruden-y to just go after the guy you like.
Yeah. If
he's there, and he's like your number 1 guy on the board, and then following suit with the rest of your guys.
Yeah.
It's very John Gruden-y, that from what I've seen the past few years. So it is what it is. 18, another steal if you ask me. Jalen Phillips. My edge 1.
Yep.
At 18, that's really, really good. There's a lot of places he could have gone before this. Some of those being, I don't know, Jets. Or he could have gone Vikings at 14.
I'm glad the Vikings didn't get him.
What?
I'm glad the Vikings didn't get him.
He could have gone Raiders at the pick before them.
That's true. They lost a lot of their O-line last year.
Yeah.
Or not last year,
so I'm not surprised they went O-line, really, but he could have gone Raiders. He could have gone a lot higher. I mean, he's probably like a top 10 pick. He's probably like a top 10 player in this class.
Right.
Top 15, maybe. And to slide all the way down to 18 is really surprising for being like the best edge in the class. So that's nice. Another linebacker, another scheme fit. Washington, Jamin Davis, however you want to say it.
Buff up that defense even more.
They needed linebackers. They needed someone like him. Good cover linebacker. A lot of really good range. He's just a good linebacker. And honestly, they know what they're doing with that defense, so
yep.
I ain't going to question it.
Me either.
The trade with the Bears earlier.
Yeah, the Giants.
At number 20. Got Kadarius Toney, wide receiver. Very shifty. Really good at yak. Goes after catch.
Someone to pair with Galladay.
A really good slot, quick, explosive wide receiver. I think it's a good pick. I like it. A lot of people had us taking Kadarius Toney there.
Nope.
Which is really funny.
We got Fields.
We got Justin Fields, so yeah. Next, 21, Kwity Paye, an edge rusher from Michigan, to the Colts at 21.
Just buff up that defense even more.
That defensive line is starting to look really scary. Or not really scary, but it's starting to look a lot better. Pair him up with DeForest Buckner. He's a good edge rusher. I mean, he's probably anywhere from like the 2 to 4 or 5 range. I mean, to me, it's like Jalen Phillips is like the top. He displays like the best traits. He's got the best athleticism. He knows what to do when he's rushing the passer, not just bull rushing or going with his first option. Like he's developed.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a good pick. I like it to the Colts. Caleb Farley, after the back surgery, fell all the way to 22 to the Titans.
Risky pick.
I like the pick. I like it.
Yes,
they needed some secondary help, and this is very high upside, and you're hoping for upside. If you wanted someone more safer, there's someone still on the board. There's some guys still on the board for them that they could have taken, but
they wanted to go risky. Roll the dice.
Roll the dice. I hope it pays off. I like the Titans, so I hope it pays off for them. Trade with the Jets from earlier. The Vikings fell all the way down to 23. This might be like the steal of the draft.
Who'd they get again?
Christian Darrisaw tackle.
Crap.
He could very well have gone at 14
with the Raiders.
No, at 14 where the Vikings were.
Where the Raiders are now.
No. So the Jets traded with the Vikings.
Oh, I thought Raiders traded with the...
No, Raiders didn't do anything.
I had it weird.
So at 14, the Vikings were initially meant to pick there.
Yeah.
If they would have Christian Darrisaw there, no one would have said anything. No, everyone would have been like, I mean, that's the best tackle left on the board, right? But no, they traded all the way down to freaking 23
and got him,
and still got the guy they wanted. Like, that's a really good move.
Yep.
I'm a Bears fan, but like,
good job.
That's excellent.
Proud of you.
That was a really good. That was a really good.
Give Kirk Cousins money. More money.
More guaranteed money. Right. 24. Steelers.
Oh, they went there running back. They needed O-line, didn't they?
They needed O-line really badly.
How are they going to run the ball with them if they don't got an O-line? I know they drafted one later, but they went tight end in round 2.
Let me see what the
Steelers
did.
They didn't get an O-line until round 3 or something like that.
Exactly. It's just... This was... even Pittsburgh fans were like, huh?
This is stupid.
This is just an interesting spot. You could have gone running back round 2.
Mm-hmm.
You could have traded back up for a running back. I don't think anybody was taking Najee Harris round 1 anyways. Mm-hmm. They got Pat Freiermuth, probably the second best tight end, round 2. They got a center in 3.
Yeah.
They got a decent tackle in round 4.
But they could have gotten a better tackle.
Other than that, they went tackle and center in round 4 and 3, and that's it. They could have done a lot more with their
especially with an
line.
aging quarterback.
Quincy Roche in the 6th. Quincy Roche in the 6th.
I guess
that's a good pick. I didn't realize they got him in the 6th.
Who got him?
The Steelers. He's a really good prospect. Edge rusher. Wow. All right. Moving on. The dumbest selection, my opinion, the worst selection in the round 1. Because Najee Harris to the Steelers, it's flashy, it's cool, and I don't mind it because a lot of people were like, yeah, that makes sense. You know, they need running back. They got rid of James Conner, and it's a good fit.
They had Conner.
Well, they had him.
Oh yeah.
And he fits. I mean, a very run-heavy kind of team. A team that's kind of built to run the ball. Not anymore, but a team that was built to run the ball.
Now they just pass it 50 times.
Exactly. Now they just pass it 40, 50 times a game, and Big Ben's a top 10 quarterback. No, that's not how that works.
No.
So yeah, I mean, I like Najee Harris to the Steelers. I just don't think he could have gone round 1. I think he could have gone round 2. They could have done
better.
But 25, Travis Etienne to the Jaguars. No.
What was he?
Running back.
That's right.
Travis Etienne.
That's bad.
I mean, he's a really, really good player, and I'm not knocking Travis Etienne for this because I think the player has no choice of where he. I mean, he kind of.
He could say no.
That's a long story, but that's another topic. I think this was a really, really bad choice.
Mm-hmm.
They could have done a lot other things. There's still some really good receivers on the board. There's still corners on the board that you could have gone after. They're still...
They went pretty much all offense.
Safeties. They could have... they went a lot of offensive picks. But, I mean, that's fair. You want to surround Trevor Lawrence. And if you wanted to take someone Trevor Lawrence is comfortable with, you could have gotten Amari Rodgers later.
Exactly.
His wide receiver. You could have gotten just another wide receiver in general at that pick. If you would have gotten someone like Rashad Bateman or... Amon-Ra St. Brown, any of these other receivers that were projected to go late first, early second round. Right. No one would have been like, oh, that's a bad pick. You know what I mean? Right. And they got James Robinson as well, who broke out last year.
He was undrafted.
Undrafted.
Too,
it's
a stupid pick, I think.
I don't like it. 26, another really good pick. Greg Newsome to the Browns. I want to shout out the Browns. The Browns had a really good draft.
They did.
They got Greg Newsome here. Great pick.
Yeah.
Beefing up that secondary even more.
Yeah.
Depending on how well Greedy Williams does next year. We'll see. They got Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams, now Greg Newsome. That's a pretty good cornerback trio, if you ask me. They got Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah, my linebacker 1. He's the best jack of all trades, master of none linebacker.
Big brain.
He does everything... Not everything the best, but everything collectively
He's all around. He's a all-around guy.
He's the best, just like Mike, middle linebacker. Yeah. He's the most like Bobby Wagner, running the defense kind of guy. Yeah. And they got him in the second round, which is an absolute steal. He should have gone first round. Mm-hmm. A lot of these
late second round too.
I'm not. It was like mid to late. I thought they traded up for him.
I don't remember them trading up.
Let me look. Since I'm here. Yeah, they traded. Or no. He was number 20 in the second. So I think they traded up a little bit because they're number 26. Oh. Overall.
I don't remember.
So they did a little trade up. Little trade up. Not a big one, but a little one. But yeah, that was a really good pick. They had a really good draft. Mm-hmm. 27, Rashad Bateman, wide receiver to the Ravens. Screwed the Packers over. The Packers were heavily rumored.
Get him.
And really interested in Rashad Bateman, but oh well. Now Rodgers is mad at you. And not Amari Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers. 28, Peyton Turner to the Saints. This is a good pick. I mean,
didn't they need corner though?
Edge rusher? Not necessarily. I mean, they could have used another corner, but I mean, the Saints always do well.
Except next year.
Oh, we'll see next year.
Because it's Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. And Ian Book.
Watch
out.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting pick. A developmental guy. I think they could have gotten him later, but if he's their guy, he's their guy. And if they had no one else on the board, I'm not sure who's trading up to number 28 to get any player. 29, Packers. They didn't go wide receiver.
They went corner.
Believe it or not, they did not go wide receiver. They went corner. Eric Stokes out of Georgia.
Good fit for him.
He's a good fit for the Packers. Plays a lot of like man coverage, but just not what the Packers needed to do.
Well, they need to replace was it King?
Kevin King got a contract. He's there for like another 2 years now.
He is?
Yeah. I mean, he was dirt cheap after the NFC Championship game, but
the Buccaneers game.
But like, yes, they needed someone new to pair with Jair Alexander because obviously Kevin King isn't the answer. But they really should have gone someone on offense. Maybe Aaron Rodgers wouldn't be so mad.
Right.
Oh, well, he was mad before the draft, so it didn't matter. 30th overall, Gregory Rousseau to the Bills. I thought that this is a good pick as well. Another good edge rusher. I thought
buff up that defense a little bit.
I think Gregory Rousseau has a lot of potential. I mean, more than some of these other edge rushers that have gone before him, like Peyton Turner and maybe Kwity Paye. He's kind of very similar there, but nonetheless, good pick by Buffalo. Beef up that D-line. They need some edge rush because Mahomes had all day to throw the ball when they played them in the playoffs. So, yeah, good pick for them.
Good job, Bills.
31 overall, Owe, outside linebacker, another edge rusher to the Ravens. The pick from this was the
Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs' old pick for Orlando Brown. Another good pick. Beef up that edge rushing. They lost Matt Judon, so this is kind of the Matt Judon replacement. And then 32, the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers went Joe Tryon, another outside linebacker.
I mean, do they
beef up that defense even more? I mean, it was best player available again, and it's kind of whoever they like is whoever they like. Mm-hmm. They obviously liked him, so there you go. That's the entire first round. Yeah. Do you have any notable things from the first round, you think?
Yeah.
What'd you got?
Justin Fields to the Bears.
Justin Fields to 11. I was breaking it all night. But after that happened, my stomach felt a lot better. My heart was racing at like 1:30. Yeah. And then it like slowly got higher and higher as the draft kept going. And like the Broncos were sitting there at 9. And it took really, really long. Oh, and I was like... Oh no, are they going Justin Fields?
And they went cornerback.
And they went Patrick Surtain. Unlucky.
Have fun with Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock.
No, they got Teddy Bridgewater. I mean,
he's good. But Justin Fields will be better.
Yes.
Hopefully.
If Justin Fields isn't better than Teddy Bridgewater, Ryan Pace is out the door. But yeah, I think. I mean, like I said, I told you the guys that I thought went at a really good spot. I thought Jaylen Phillips went really low. He fell a lot. Darisaw at 23 is ridiculous. Rousseau at 30 is really low. A lot of people thought he was going to go higher.
was a really good pick for the
Penei Sewell at 7.
That was a crazy pick.
Like, it doesn't seem that low of a drop, but everyone was like, "Oh yeah, he's going number 5." And then they didn't go 5, and they didn't go 6, and it was like, well, he just fell into their laps.
Yeah.
So that was a really good pick.
Beef up that O-line for Goff. And Swift.
Rashawn Slater at 13 is like almost just as good, if not better, than the Penei Sewell pick for the value.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's like on Penei Sewell level, like tackle 1A, 1B in the class. But at 13, it's like, that's pretty crazy. So, yeah. I thought it was a
good pick.
Yeah. Very fun draft.
Yes.
It was a very fun draft. Now,
especially for Bears fans.
Yeah, for Bears fans. All right, so what do you want to do first? You want to do our divisional picks? So who within the division, who they took? Or do you want to do our picks first?
Let's do our picks first.
Our picks. Chicago. 11 overall, Justin Fields.
Who did we get for 11, Dylan?
Justin Fields.
No way.
We got Justin Fields.
I love him.
Crazy. And then
the second round was
just
as crazy.
Was just as crazy. We traded up in the second at the 7th overall pick in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
We got Tevin Jenkins, the lineman, the offensive tackle.
Yeah, he was considered a first round talent too, right?
First round talent, monster in the run game.
Yeah,
absolute beast, unit.
Montgomery's gonna.
Everyone's like, oh, he's got short hands, short arms for an offensive tackle. He's fine. He'll be fine.
He'll kill it.
And then we didn't have a single pick in the 4th or 3rd.
Because we gave those stuff away. In the Justin Fields and Jenkins trade.
If you ask me, volume is like, it's fine, it's good. You're gonna hit you're gonna hit more on the volume because you just have more picks. You have more opportunities to hit big.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like Justin Fields and I really like Tevin Jenkins. And so I'm very, very okay with not having a 3rd or a 4th this year for those two guys.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we did really well for those first 2 picks.
It's funny because people had us picking Jenkins at number 20.
Exactly.
Like their mock drafts. And the fact that we got Fields and Jenkins. Oh my god, Pace killed it.
Pace did really well early.
He did really well late too, I think.
We like a lot of the guys
late.
We'll see how they turn out.
Yeah.
All right, so let me tell you. 5th round.
5th round, what do we get?
7th overall in the 5th.
This is the...
Larry Borum.
No, O-line. We're beefing up that O-line.
Another tackle from Missouri.
That makes me so happy. I don't know how good of a prospect he is.
According to ESPN, he's the 19th ranked offensive tackle. I assume he's a right tackle.
Yeah.
Or he might be a left tackle, but...
Maybe he can do both.
Whatever. 6th round, 33 overall. Khalil Herbert, a running back out of Virginia Tech.
Most people think he's going to be like a punt returner or a kickoff returner. Because I think he did that in college.
Yeah.
And so haven't, with Patterson gone.
Yeah, Patterson gone. Hopefully he can fill those shoes in the special teams.
Mm-hmm.
He sounds like a very good receiving option.
He's just more depth in that running back room.
More depth at running back. We need depth. I mean, we saw Montgomery go out, and we were all like, uh-oh. We saw Cohen go out and Montgomery go out. And we were like, Patterson at running back. There you go. 6th round again at 37 overall in the 6th.
Yep.
Daz Newsome, wide receiver out of North Carolina.
I think this is another potentially good pick.
5'10",
or a
190.
Slot receiver.
190 at 5'10 is chonky.
Low
center of gravity. Silky smooth runner with good open field instincts. But yeah,
overall,
he's got good yards after the catch.
He's speedy boy.
good on his feet, nice little slot guy.
He's gonna go fast.
He's kind of like, he's very Darnell Mooney-like, but with the beef.
He's all
like Mooney's the lean cut, like chicken.
He's skinny.
Daz Newsom's like
skinny
the ribeye. He's the beef. So
good pick.
I like it. It should be fun. Hopefully he gets some starting opportunity with. Hopefully Miller traded.
I mean, do you even trade Miller at this point? The draft's over with.
For what?
I don't know.
We'll see. Maybe something next year. Whatever.
Yeah, we'll see.
Corner in the 6th round again. 3 6th-round picks.
Yeah.
44 overall in the 6th. Thomas Grimm Jr.
Cornerback.
Another corner, yep.
I heard people really liked this guy.
He's a little small.
He's a little small.
Hopefully he can develop well.
He will.
Good balance matching up underneath. Average top end speed, but his frame puts him at a disadvantage for 50-50 balls. So
he won't probably be a number 1.
He won't be number 1. I mean, Jaylen Johnson's probably going to be number 1, unfortunately. Because I wish Jaylen Johnson got just one more year to develop and have less of the heat on him.
Mm-hmm. But you still got Desmond Trufant.
You got Desmond Trufant, a veteran guy. You got Vildor still.
Yeah, who's the other guy?
Screen? No, we got rid of Screen.
No, Screen's gone.
We got...
Who's got... He played pretty good when when Jaylen was hurt.
Oh, his backup? I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I got
like the 3rd or 4th string.
Yeah. Bears corner.
Then we got a D-tackle, Chris, or I think it's Kyrus Tonga. I think it's Kyrus Tonga at a BYU.
That's raw, the defensive tackle, right?
Yes, very raw, but a really good prospect.
I heard he was also very good for where we got him.
I mean, in the 7th.
Yeah.
I hope so. I mean, I think we did really well this draft.
We did.
I think
A+.
A lot of upside. I don't think it's A+, because I don't think we had the best draft. I think the Browns had a really, really good draft. I think the Vikings, once again, had a really good draft as well.
We got an A+.
We got an A+.
That's what, yeah.
We got an A+.
We got Justin Fields and Jenkins.
We got an A+ in 3-4 years. If all these guys develop the way we think they're going to develop.
This is just going based off hypotheticals.
Hypothetically, if all these guys develop how we see their potential being.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can say that by every single draft pick, but these guys, a lot of these guys that we have picked have shown flashes of
greatness,
being very well, and so if we can take those highlights and make them more regular plays, more consistent,
we're good.
2020, we'll look back. Be like, Denver, why'd you not pick Justin Fields?
Loser.
Detroit, when freaking Justin Fields throws 5 touchdowns against Detroit next year,
yep,
we'll be laughing in their face.
Ha!
Look at this guy, we got 11. You guys could have had him at 7.
And Jared Goff. Goff.
That's the draft. That's the episode. I've got no other comments. I think we did really well.
Got Justin Fields.
It was a very fun night. The draft was super fun. It's always fun. It's one of my favorite NFL things.
It's fun.
It's very fun.
Very fun. And stressful.
But very fun.
Yes.
Only stressful if your team has a high pick and a very big need.
Like the Bears.
Well, not a high pick, but if they need something and they don't have a pick in that range. All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for clicking on. Feel free to subscribe, comment, anything you want us to talk about, any topics, questions you have for us. And hopefully, if they're appropriate, and if we deem them worthy.
They got to be worthy. If not, you're being executed. Public execution.
Okay, bye.
Bye.